Ah, you know who this is. This is Jeff the Pharaoh. Pharaoh, not Pharaoh. And today, it's been a while since I did a video, and basically this is just recording my madness. What kind of 60-year-old man be doing this kind of thing? Well, this 60-year-old man. But today, this is kind of interesting because I spent the last week looking at true crime videos. True crime on YouTube. Okay? It seems that these people that does these videos, they're explaining why these people during interrogation is losing their cool. Okay? Losing their cool. They start fidgeting, they start doing this and that, and they start rubbing their heads and their eyes, and then they say, oh, a trained psychologist, blah, blah, blah. When somebody does something like this, or they're doing this, or they start doing this, it means that they're being deceitful and all this other bullshit. I watched at least 30 of these. So that means I gave out 30 views. But, so I decided to do what is called an anti-interrogation and how a criminal can beat the system. Well, in some ways you can, but there's ways you can't. Okay? First of all, before we get into the interrogation techniques of psychiatrists, police detectives, and all this other bullshit, we have to remember now this is purely for educational. I am not telling criminals how to do this, okay? This is purely what I think, okay? This is what I think. And I've been around enough nutty people in my lifetime to know what the hell's going on, besides being a nut job myself. So, some of these crimes has a lot to do with either money, anger, or infidelity. Okay? Now, if a guy's like, man, I'm really hurting for money, I think I'm going to kill my wife. Oh, great. Kill your wife. Okay. So this guy does something stupid. It makes his wife disappear. He calls the police, or other people call the police. And this guy's out on the run for like 4 or 5 days. To bring his ass in, and they're like, okay, what the hell's going on, dude? And he's like, oh, I didn't do anything. My wife's missing, Well, you see her on the night of this, or the day of this, driving that, or seeing friends, or whatever. Okay, one of the things that will definitely get a criminal caught is that, unfortunately for us in the world now, the biggest culprit of getting caught is the cell phone. That's right. The cell phone. Now, I found out through a number of videos, and I did a little bit of looking myself on the internet, that now cell phones, photographs, surveillance cameras are all now admissible in court. Okay? These damn phones, they see when they're on, they beep. When the damn phone is active, it beeps. So if you're driving along, going down Arizona highway, saying, oh man, I just killed my wife, or killed my friend, or killed this person or that person, his cell phone being active bounces off all the towers. And all they do is triangulate to know where you're at. So when they're sitting inside their interrogation going, I didn't do nothing, dude. Fuck you. Well, guess what? He comes in with a shitload of documents and he slams it down and cell phone. He says, dude, you're claiming that you were at this place at this time, but you are not because your phone went beep, beep, beep 4 counties away. or near the crime scene. It gives you exact time and date when they just go and pull up those records. They are available and you cannot get rid of them no matter what you do. You cannot get rid of it. So, if you're a smart weirdo, crazy, or nutcase, if you're going to commit some sort of messed up, heinous crime, hopefully nobody watching this video will, you take that phone immediately, even before you commit the crime, and you destroy that son of a bitch. You bust it up into a million pieces and you throw it right in the pond, or the lake, or whatever. And that way, if you're driving or on the run, this thing cannot betray you. Now, another thing that used to be not admissible as court is text messages. Now they are. Some of these guys going through divorce court. Let's go off track here for a minute and talk about divorce court. I have seen guys do this. Okay, my wife's cheating. I'm going to get a divorce. All this other bullshit. So he does something very, very messed up. He gets her phone, and he gets another phone, not his own phone. Okay. Well, actually, you do use your own phone. You take her phone, and you start texting. Yeah, I'm going to leave you. I think you suck, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go screw Uncle Richie. You take your phone, because you have this phone. Oh, that's fuck you, bitch. Blah, 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 blah. Send. Let it go through. Oh, you're cheating on me. Bam. No, I'm not. You know what? You're cheating on me. Boom. So, when the guy goes to court to get a divorce from his wife, all they do is bring up those records and find out that you're cheating on me, 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 I'm cheating with this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, or the girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, and it shows all these texts. Now they're like, oh, well, you know, the guy's an asshole, okay, you know, because the girl can turn around and do the same thing, right? Oh, the guy's a friggin' jerk, you know, you get all these documents, you're like looking all through this paperwork going, oh, wow. You know, and actually she rigged the whole thing, and then guess what? Divorce court comes. The guy's trying to explain himself, saying, dude, that's not my phone. They say, oh, yeah, it is. It's from AT&T or whatever. Bam. Divorce. He gets screwed out of a whole shitload of money. She gets half of everything. All because she just does not like her husband anymore, and the poor sap ends up being taken to the bank. But, going back on track. So now, if you're going to commit any kind of goddamn crimes, which I hope you will not do, and this is the disclaimer, I am not telling you how to do this. But wouldn't it be kind of smart to just get rid of the goddamn thing? Turn it off, take a hammer, smash that son bitch into a million pieces, chuck it somewhere. Nobody will ever find it. So if they say, well, what happened? Let's take a look at his records here, bro. And it stopped on this time and date. Well, he hasn't had a new phone in the past 3 or 4 days. What happened to it? I don't know, officer. I lost it. Okay? The guy's in Kentucky when he should have been in New York. And the phone has not been used to bounce off all the towers and triangulate you. So you can sit there and do that. Also, when it comes to interrogation, okay, well, you know, doing the crime scene, you know, you're using rubber gloves, you're using cleaner, which you shouldn't be doing. You should, leaving DNA everywhere, right? I mean, if you're going to do the perfect crime, you're going to have to think a little bit better than that, dudes. Or girls, or whatever. And again, I'm not telling you to do it. But interrogation, the only thing that bothered me really about watching those God-blasted videos is that this guy would put in his ticker tape and explaining, as he freezes, if you notice that Glenn is now rubbing his face, he's crossing his arms and leaning to one side to try to get distance from the detective. That is a sure indication that he's a liar and that he's being deceitful. Or if he's rubbing his face, or he goes, and tries to think of something. Listen, psychiatrists, dickheads. I've been around you friggin' clowns for over a decade. I've been to every doggone therapy thing that you can think of. Each individual is different. The guy might be rubbing his face because he's got some sort of fucking liver problem that gives him rashes or his skin's itchy. It doesn't mean that he's lying, right? The guy's doing this. Okay, that's an indication of he's being deceitful. How about the guy's got a fucking scratching problem? Okay? Really? Also, if he's not looking directly at you and doing this. Yes. No. Yes. The guy is completely devoid of emotion and everything, so he's so disconnected that he's got some sort of psychosis. Please, God, shut up! Right? Oh, look at his legs twitching. He's doing this, right? Right? Look at his leg. It's doing this. That means he's hiding something, dude, you know. I'm always doing that. If that was me in there, interrogation, I always do that. I even do that now. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're being deceitful or hiding something. See, you detectives and you interrogators and you psychologists are attempting to paint a far worse picture from your stupid checklist. Well, let's see. Did he do this? Check. Did he scratch his chin? Check. Is he not looking you directly in the eye? Check. Is he shifting his body while interrogation? Check. Okay, he's guilty. Come on. Individuals are different. Not everybody's the same. Okay? Oh my God. So if you're going to go into a situation in interrogation, you're just going to sit there and you can't do this. Well, if you want to. And if the first things that you do is when you walk into interrogation, if any of you have done anything bad, which I hope you're not, hopefully my 401 subscribers, used to have been 402, but that's all right, has done anything, the only best thing to do is to ask the detectives first, am I being charged with something? That's what you ask. And if they say no, you get up and you leave. They can't keep you there. If they say, well, you know what, we're going to talk to you. Am I being arrested or charged with something? No, I'm leaving. Well, we're hoping that you would stay and talk. I'm going. If they keep you there, they can only keep you there for a few hours before they have to release you. Now, if they say that you're a suspect, again, you say, am I being charged with something? They say, well, you're a suspect. Yes or no answer. And they have to say yes or no. If they say yes, don't say nothing. Ask for a lawyer. Period. Do not say nothing. Not even your name. Do nothing. If they say no, you get up and leave. That's all you do. And there's nothing they can do about stopping you. If you decide to leave Arizona and go to Texas, there's nothing they can do about it. Because you are not charged with anything. That's the way the rules work in this country. That's how the law works. There's nothing they can do. Okay? So, if you get taken in, and they say you're being charged with something, just say you want a lawyer. Don't even bother explaining or asking anything. I want a lawyer. And when you get the lawyer, they're going to read you your rights, and you just tell the lawyer, I don't know what they're talking about. Well, you're being charged with this. I don't know what you're talking about. Did you do it? I have no idea what they're trying to get to. Well, you had the gun in your hand. Can you prove it? Yes. How? How can you prove it? Well, we got pictures. Then you just don't say nothing. You just sit there and do this. Don't even give the lawyer any added fuel to burn you alive. You just, because, you know, the detectives, they like to do this to the men, especially the guys. Well, if you were a man about it, you got to go man to us to her, us man to man. We want to find out what's the bottom of this. And if you're going to be a man and stand up, hey guys, you're already going to do 50 to life. Don't even say nothing. Make them work for it. Well, if you as a man, you know, you got to man up and tell us where we can get the parents or the wife or whatever. You just do this, dude. Don't say nothing. Don't say a damn word. Just, okay, whatever. Am I being charged? Yes, you are. Okay. Okay, you're going to put me in a cell? Because no matter what, especially if you're doing a capital crime, you're guaranteed you're going to do 30 plus years. And having these detectives trying to tell you to man up and be a man, well, being a man still gives you 50 to life. Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. Just let the system run out. And that's the way it's going to work. And it's going to work that way. There's nothing you can do about it. So, before I sign off on this video, do not do anything dumb. Do not get crazy. Keep yourselves in check. Avoid those dickheads on the road when you're having a road rage. Don't be doing anything crazy. You cannot completely defeat the system. You cannot beat the law, and you cannot beat whatever justice is going to happen. Very, very few people get away with it. And I'm not telling you how to get away from it, but if you're trying to delay the inevitable for whatever you've done, these are just some tips to do. That's it. That's just tips on how to keep your cool and hopefully keep you from getting 50 to life. And don't forget about the phones. If you're out on the run, just toss that sumbitch, but they'll never find it. Wow, that's some bad advice too. You know, I might get in trouble for this video, but you know, they splash so many videos. They never have one about actually anybody being interrogated and actually defeating the system, because eventually they're going to try to nail you for anything. And with today's technology, I mean, even guys like the Zodiac Killer, if he should do that shit in 2023, by January 2024, that guy's in jail. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Jeff the Pharaoh inviting you to have a hua and happy holidays. And stay out of trouble.